from Orkney to speak for the motion.
Conference, I have a problem. Labour are telling me that as Liberal Democrat, I do not care about the NHS. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I hear that, I think back over the 24 years and 51 weeks which I've been with this party and try and think of a time when we have not stood up for the NHS. And you know what, Conference? I cannot think of a time of that has happened. And why should I, though, as an Orcadian delegate to this conference, speak on this English-only motion? That's another problem I have. Every time that Andy Burnham goes on about how we're letting down the NHS, Alex Neil up at Hollywood quotes this Labour exactly word for word, as if we cannot be better together because of what we're doing down in Westminster. You know what, Conference? If we actually do something to protect our NHS here today, even in a small way, as Charles West has already said, it's not perfect, even in a small way, controlling PFI ever so slightly, we can show that we do care about the NHS. We care more than the SNP in Hollywood, who for 6 years have done nothing because, as with everything in Scotland, it's going to wait until after the referendum next year and then after we are independent in Scotland. Now, Labour keep telling us that we are wanting to privatise the NHS. But as we know from PFI, what they've done is hand the NHS into the hands of private financiers. As Charles West pointed out already, that's what's happening. Offshore businesses and offshore accounts are where the money is accumulating and the debt is going up and up and up. Now, to quote Charles Darwin, Mr McCalber told us that annual income of £20, annual expenditure £19, 19 and 6. Result, happiness. Annual income £20, annual expenditure 20, ought and 6. Result, misery. Labour have left the NHS miserable as a result of their PFI funding programme. This is not perfect. It doesn't go far enough, but there's 27 hospital trusts in severe danger. And whether it is Dartford and Gravesham, St Helens and Knowsley, Peterborough, Stamford, Mason and Tunbridge Wells, Barking, Havering and Wedbridge, North Cumbria, or as we've already heard, problems in South London, we need to do something to help those in danger of going down the tubes. Conference, it's not perfect. It's a start. It brings more control on those PFIs. It finds where those funds have got to. Conference, support the motion.
Thank you, Steve.